Aloha, everyone. Can you hear me? Okay, give me a thumbs up for those of you who are in the room. Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me. Let's just make sure. I want to make sure we're doing that. Yes? Okay, let's see who's in the room. So welcome everyone to our wonderful introduction to diabetes and weight loss. I am grateful to be able to be with all of you this evening. And I'm even more grateful for the people that have joined me this evening. We have wonderful teachers that have joined me in this pursuit to help us all to have a better understanding of the condition of weight loss and diabetes. So without further ado, let me just I want to recognize who's in the gallery so far. I see Joanne Tachibana, aloha, and I see Mercedes and Terry and Teresa. So as more people are coming on, we welcome each and every one of them. This is being recorded, so you'll be able to go back and watch some of the things that were presented this evening. So thank you very, very much for being here. Okay, so one of the things that I would like to do at the very start in welcoming our all of us to this special topic is introducing also our my colleagues, my friends that are embarking on this adventure with me. And as many of you know, whenever you have maybe tried to conquer a challenge, that it's really good to have friends in the room. And so I've been fortunate to know our first guest for probably, I think, 7 or 8 years now. I've watched him grow, not only as a Tao healer, but I have seen him grow as a great humanitarian. I'm going to, wait, right now, I have our beloved Gilles Naplaz. Many of you know him from the work that he has done in his beloved island nation of Martinique. I have watched him go through hurricanes to support his people, and that's always touched my heart because I'm an island person, and we know island people. We have a similar mentality when it comes to our understanding of sustainability, our understanding of service, that our situations aren't too much different between what happens in Martinique and what happens in Hawaii. So as many of you know him well, and I have been able to get to know him over the last few years. So I welcome my beloved soul brother, Gilles. Welcome, 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 my brother.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much, Malia. It's such a pleasure to be with you today and to be able to bring the attention on techniques that actually are very ancient but serve modern days. Techniques that can help you to have a better life, improve your wellness, improve your happiness, improve your quality of life through simple techniques that can move the energy, that can transform the digestive system and the way the whole body is working. So in this introduction, you will have a combo, the best of the best, how you can transform the body through the moving of energy inside, but also through special diet and through the specific food that can help you to transform your weight and transform your health, transform your well-being when you experience diabetes. So myself, I'm very happy to As you know, I'm come from the Caribbean, and I launched a program in the Caribbean also regarding weight loss and diabetes, because as Hawaii, it's a major issue we have in the Caribbean. But I'm so happy here because this time you're gonna have the best of the best. I will tell you why. A few months ago, I decided to show the power of all those energy techniques and all those high frequency techniques that can transform the cellular message inside of your body. So I told the people of the Caribbean, we're gonna do the first step. And the first step is what? Is to show you how those techniques are important. So I told them, I will help you to lose weight, and I will help you to have a better level of glucose and sugar inside of your body without having to change anything in your diet and food. So that was very special because in the Caribbean, nobody heard about any techniques that could help you to lose weight without changing your diet. But I told them, obviously, once you change your diet, you're going to have much better results. But that was about to be the step two. And we are now at the step two. So at the step one, many of my students and clients receive beautiful results. I do not share all the videos because obviously they are in French, where I'm come from the French Caribbean, but I will share some example with you. One of my students has, different kind of let's say symptoms because of the diabetes, and she was in France helping her son that is fresh at university, because in the Caribbean, like many of the people of Hawaii, they go to the mainland US for university. In the Caribbean, we go in France. So she went with him, and she had to drive a long distance to bring him to his location. Then she started to realize, I cannot see. My eyesight is going down so much, I cannot see. So she went to the doctor, the eye doctor, and the eye doctor said, wow, you have cataract in both eyes because of your diabetes. That's very urgent that you get a surgery. And before the surgery, what we could do, we could make new glasses for you so you can try to function because of this, between the surgery and now. But whatever, you need the surgery. So this lady is coming from Guadeloupe, and so she had all the eyes exam and everything. And by the time she went back to Guadeloupe, she called me. And she said, Gilles, I have this and that in my eyes. What can I do? So we decided to work with her and do different practices that I teach to so many people in the Caribbean. And guess what? The time she went back to Guadeloupe, so she went to see another eye doctor to make sure everything was correct before she wear her new glasses. And the eye doctor say, I don't know why you came to me, but you don't have any cataract in any eyes. So she was totally shocked, and all the process of the disease inside of her body started to be reversed. So many good things. She was so happy. That one of the examples. And have another one. She said, "Oh, I followed the program of." It was about 24 days at the time. I followed the program of 24 days and of losing weight. And I'm working so much. I don't have time to do all the techniques that people promote in the different diets around the world. And but she said, what? I lost weight and around my breast and around my waist. I cannot believe, and I didn't even do all the exercises that she was teaching me to do. I just do what I could do in my daily life, and we have so many other results. There is another one that was taking so much weight because of steroids. She has a condition and she had to take some medication. Sometimes, we are promoting the fact that if you have an issue, you have to see your doctor. You have to follow your treatment. We are not against at all. We are compliments of what you already are doing. So, but she has an issue, started to with self-love issue because she took so much weight in few years because of steroids. And then she couldn't walk properly. She couldn't get into her car properly. She couldn't forget about running. Okay, and every time she was sitting on the sofa couch, it was like a nightmare to stand up. So she followed the program, and you can see on my YouTube, Gilles Neplas, you put on translation, and you will have the subtitle translated. But I believe during the workshop, I will show you this video. And this lady transformed so much. She lost so much weight. And on top of that, she started to feel much better inside, because losing weight is something, but the mental is very important. Are you happy in your heart? Are you happy in your head? Are you happy with who you are? And this is all that we transform, because it's really a holistic program. So taking care of the whole, the mind, the spirit, the body, and the soul. So we did that for that lady, and again, she started to have a new life. So many examples. So my sister Malia in Hawaii told me, "Can we do something for the people of Hawaii?" And I said, "Sure. You know, we are all islanders, and we need to help the people around us." But you know what? I told Malia, we have a secret tools. We have a secret tools with us. I know another sister, another friend. This friend is from India. Her name is Hema, and she has so many beautiful results using the diets. So I told the clients, I told the students of Martinique, you know what? The next step, we're gonna do the practices I teach, the practices Malia is teaching, and we're gonna add the food part, a proper diet, and you will see the results beyond words. So it's important to understand that there is many ways to control your weight, many ways to control your diabetes. But if you check around, you will see that most of the people tell you, I try so many things, but it's not working. I try this, that, the cure, everything is not working. Sometimes it's working on a short term, but then it's not working. So I decided really to take the time in our busy schedules to be able to transform and to show people how to transform their health, still using their treatment, still using whatever they are doing with their doctor, not changing anything, just adding few stuff in their daily life, and see the massive improvements they could do. So obviously there is no guarantee. I'm not here to sell you anything, and why there is no guarantee. In ancient China, we say Tianren Keban. What does that mean, Tianren Keban? Tianren Keban means something very simple. Heaven is doing 50%. So this is what we're going to bring to you with all those practices that will transform the message at the deeper level, at the cellular level inside. But you also have to do your 50%. You also have to do the practice. This is why nobody can give you a guarantee. If, for example, a doctor gives you a box of medication, and so he does his 50%, but you don't take them. You do not do your 50%, no results. If you want to do your 50%, take the medicine, but you don't have the medicine, nothing is working either. Everybody has to do their 50% and join in the middle. So myself, Hema, and Malia, all of us flew to Hawaii, Oahu. Obviously, Malia is Hawaiian, but she's not from Oahu. She flew to be here with us. Hema is not from Hawaii either. She's actually from India, and bringing the secret teaching of the diet and the food from 1,000 years to us right now. And myself, if you know me, you know my story. I was paralyzed with my right hand. I had a genetic back pain for over 27 years. And I was really in a pretty bad shape until I met a Chinese master in the name of Master Jigangsha. This master transformed my health and saved me from the amputation of my right hand. By the way, I was told I would never be able to do that one time in my life if I can move my finger one time in my life again. So I can move the fingers, I have the strength again in my fingers using those practices. So I'm not here to sell you anything, a dream and stuff. I'm here to share my passion with you, to share the way I heal myself. I transform my health, my mental health, my physical health, and much more. And I'm trying to bring the best that I know in the world to you, to combine everything with the technology, because you're in the comfort of your own home, and you can have the results of many years of study, of many years of practice, because we did the work before you. We tried those practice before you, and we just decided to take the best of the practice that give us the best results, you know, to you. So without talking too much, I believe it's very good to we can share the position with Hema, so she can tell you a little bit about what we're gonna teach in the future. So on the 25th of September, in few days, we're gonna do a workshop, a powerful workshop. So now is the time to take your phone and spread the word out. In the chat, I will put a link for a WhatsApp group. Only if you're interested in losing weight, you click on the link. Only if you are interested to have a better life, if you have diabetes, you click on the link. If you're not interested, no need to click on the link. But there is something, I read something in the book that say, if you want to have a good life, take care of yourself. If you want to have a really good life, take care of the life of others. So there is one thing to come to the event, but there is something else. It's to bring somebody to the event. Because imagine you go to your friend and you lose so much weight, you feel so much happy, and you tell your friend and they ask you, why you didn't tell me about that? I don't know, because I had doubts. I was not sure. I don't know. It's just to prevent you from being embarrassed. So tell them, and they're gonna make the choice. So we have 3 days. Today, we share with you a little bit about what we know and how we can transform people's life. And you will see on the 25th, you will learn things you never learned before. You will, and some of you know some of the techniques I use because some of you also are students of this powerful Chinese master called Master Jigangsha. But knowing the techniques and knowing how to practice is a different thing. So if already you cannot control your wealth, your weight, if you cannot control your happiness and your well-being, if you have diabetes, I believe you cannot miss this event. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Perhaps we will talk a little bit later.
Thank you so much, Gilles. It's going to be a power-packed session. I know it already. We've just received so much. There's pearls of wisdom that come out at all times. And I have been fortunate now to meet Hema and to spend some time with her. And in this process, I've been kind of my heart is filled with great joy and also great aloha for these two people who have trekked all across the ocean to come to our small little tiny islands in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. And Hema, this is her first time in Hawaii. And she saw it immediately. She felt it. She understands without being told too much. And what that means is when you come from the islands, no matter where you're from in the islands, there is in Hawaii, as Jill's mentioned, there is a higher rate of diabetes. There's a higher rate of weight loss, especially amongst indigenous peoples. And this is something that has been proven over and over again within our islands, but I know across the US through indigenous people, native peoples there, as he stated in the Caribbean as well. And so to be able to have Hema here, who has actually had great success with her own people and diverse groups of people in and bringing about the kinds of food that we already eat within our space, within our places. This is really precious to me. And then I found out she's a botanist too. So these are like, and this is her interest. So when we were going around, she's like looking at all the plants. That's what I do. I'm not a botanist, but that's what I do. So to have this connection with her has been very precious. And so I introduced to you the woman who is going to be helping us with this part of our section. In a part of this program, I aloha you, Hema, for being here, for coming across the ocean, and for giving your aloha to not only the people who are going to be coming in this program from Hawaii, from Martinique, from wherever we are coming from, and bring this sense of oneness and this sense of grounding that we will, and we will make this happen together. So aloha.
Thank you very much, Malia. I appreciate it. So, hello everyone. Good evening. My name is Hema Rathina, and I'm a holistic nutritionist. So, I help people to get better in their health by eating good, and yeah, as Malia and Gilles was mentioning, diabetes, like there's so much of diabetes in the island, and it's not just in the island, it's like a global problem today. And in fact, India is the diabetic capital of the world. Okay, we are used to eating such wonderful traditional food, but then the westernization of the diet has made everything impossible today, right? And more and more people, even younger ones, are suffering from diabetes and excessive overweight, right? So yeah, everybody's body has the ability to heal itself. All we need to do is provide the right environment in the form of right food, right energy, and right thoughts, right? So when you have these three things going on in your body will heal itself. So as Gilles was mentioning, this is going to be a holistic program where we are going to address on the body, mind, and spirit, more with respect to food and what kind of workouts you need to do, what kind of changes you can bring in your daily lifestyle, which will help you to lose weight and bring better sugar control in your body. Okay, that's what I'm going to pitch in here. And I've been working with many clients in the past, like for more than 8 years, in helping people to, bring better blood sugar controls and to lose weight. Okay, so what are we going to do? Most of us look at food as something to fill the stomach. 3 meals I need to eat to fill the stomach. Right now, we are going to change that approach. We are going to actually look at what food is. Food is going to nourish. Food is to nourish our bodies at the cellular level. See, the body that you have today, you will not be having the same body in 10 years. You're going to have perfectly new set of cells, new set of organs. How? The old cells die and the new cells are being formed every single day. So the day you start eating healthy, the day that you start taking self-care activities, like doing simple things, getting out and exposing yourself to sunlight, doing a little bit of walk, a little bit of exercise, bringing in some ginger, some turmeric, some good foods into your body, the damaged cells are going to be taken away, and the new cells that are going to be formed in your body is going to be filled with life and vitality, right? And when you have lots of vigor and vitality going on in your body, the inflammation is going to go down. The main problem with today, if let it be overweight or high levels of blood sugar levels, it's all because of high levels of inflammation in the body. So we are going to learn how to eat good to reduce the inflammation in the body and to feel better within the body. You don't have to do much. All you have to do is choose the right kind of food that will suit your body. That's it. And then do a little bit of lifestyle activities, like what kind of water you need to use for taking shower, when you need to take shower, what time you need to get out for a walk. The best things to do in a smart way will help you to lose your weight and also to bring back the sugar into control. Okay, we are going to simply nourish your body. This is not a diet. Okay, this is not a diet, and I'm not going to prescribe a new recipe. I'm not going to change the way you're eating. None of your recipes will be changed. All I'm going to help you is to choose the right materials so that your blood sugar level stays in control, and your body learns a new way to use your food to actually create energy. Okay, that's all we are going to do. And I'm so excited to be here and to help you guys, because I've been doing this for some time. And when Malia approached me, I was so super excited, because you guys eat better than Indians, we do. And, you have such a wonderful resources in your country. Like, it's so beautiful. I was mesmerized to see all the things here. Like, I'm so happy to be here. There's so much love in the air, and every single person that I've been meeting the past 2 days, there's so much love and people care for each other. And, everyone is together in this journey. I'm so excited to be here to help you with this. And I thank you very much for this wonderful opportunity. And I request Gilles to share a video about one of my clients who have reversed his diabetes and who had lost a lot of weight. If you want to talk about your health before starting the work with me, and then how it was the process and how are you feeling now, that's all. Simple, straightforward, and whatever your honest opinion is.
Yeah. No, definitely. Yeah. So, my recorded highest weight that I know of was sometime 2016, 17, when I turned 40. My recorded weight at that time was 268. Okay. And I'm sure I put on more weight than that. I never went back to the doctor, so I don't know how much I gained weight. What was my highest weight, right? But back 2021, March, sometime around March, April, I think, I went back to the doctor. My weight was 259, 260. My A1C was 8.9. I used to have maximum dosage of blood pressure medicine, statins, all kinds of stuff. I had allergy issues and all that. At that time around, I visited a friend of mine who used to live in Salt Lake City at the time, Kalyan. And then he was like pretty much my kind of body structure. He was going through similar kind of issues and all that. And he was saying that he worked with you, and then he got his diabetes in control. He lost a bunch of weight, I think 80 pounds. So that is how I got introduced with you. And then I think we started the program. That was around June or July, I think July of 2021, summertime. And then I came back, and then I called you and we started working together. I think at that time my weight was around 250. I had done some weight control and all that, and probably I reduced maybe 10 pounds. But since I started working with you today, my weight is 185, right? I think we saw a big difference both in weight and A1C level by, we started in August, and I think by February, I think my A1C was 5.9. I'd lost, my weight was like 190. I was no longer on blood pressure medication, no longer on statin, no longer on sugar medicine. So all in all, worked out great. And thank you for all the help. It was a life-changing experience for me. So thank you for all that you did, Hema.
So yeah, this one I was doing just by myself, only with food. I never incorporated this energy, like we didn't. And right now I'm so excited because we are going to bring in another aspect of the holistic approach, which is the mind and the energy in the thing. And all the three come together, it's going to do magic. I am pretty sure he took more than 5 months to reverse all his conditions. But then when we are going to combine the energy work and thought work with Malia, Gilles, and myself, you guys are going to see a beautiful transformation in your body. And let me tell you, health is the best wealth that we can have. Only when we have healthy body, we can have a better life, better quality of life. Today, with science and technology, all of us have increased lifespan. But then what is the quality of life that we are experiencing today? Are we able to spend a day without having the pain, without having to go through the pain in a particular part of the body? Like when we are age, we think it's an age problem. No, your body doesn't age like that. When you provide all the right stuff, body will always be at ease state. When you don't take care of that, when you put in all the wrong things in the body, when you don't allow the energy to flow freely, that's when the body gets into diseased state. So yeah, it's just bring back your body, mind, and soul to the ease state and enjoy your beautiful, healthy life. Thank you very much. I wish you all the best.
Did you like it? Was it? Excuse me. Let me remove them. Did you like it? Some sound are up. Give me 1 second. Hello? Yes. Did you enjoy this video? Did you start to have hope when you see this video? So perhaps you can tell yourself, oh, this person is from India, perhaps they're a friend of hers or something like that. So I wanted to share with you another video that I did with somebody called Auntie Lemony here in Hawaii. So with that person, I tried one of the techniques we're gonna share with you during the workshop. So at that time, I traveled, it was, I believe, my second trip in Hawaii. And I met that person, which is a beautiful soul. And I told her, may I teach you one technique? I don't have too much time, but I will teach you one technique. Practice at least 15 minutes twice a day. And I come back in 3 months and I will see the results. She believes these techniques would only change her weight loss, but it changed much more than that. We are talking about holistic healing. By the way, before I show you this video, I wanted to thank you, Arka, Samantha, because of your insights, the fact, what you are saying on the chat, that we need to give positive energy to the food. Exactly, we need to do that. We're going to talk about that. That also emotion and the right lifestyle is very important. Actually, when we're going to transform the message inside of the cell, we will not only transform the chemistry inside of the body, we will be able to help you to excuse me, to control your emotion, the anger, the worry, the continuous rumination, the mind that cannot stop, and also some fears that can pop up. But let me share with you this video and see how you can transform also your health. Okay, that was before my first trip. Wow.
That's
And what was your weight before?
280,
And now?
235.
Good.
Even my doctor's impressed. My doctor wants to know who's doing all of this. I said, you gotta meet this guy. And you gotta really meet him, I tell you. So we talked to a lot of the Kaiser, and I told them about you, and they want to meet you. I said, oh, cool. My doctor said, you haven't been in the hospital, to see me a long time. I said, no, I don't like to see you. I don't want to see the doctor. I'm good outside there. She said, you look good. I can see your face, my whole body system. She showed that. Oh my goodness. She said, I gotta meet that person. I said, you will meet him. I'll make sure.
I will come back, obviously.
Yes, yes.
Yes, amazing, amazing. 21 kilos in just 3 months with using only one technique without no help, no support, no coaching, just teaching her 5 minutes, one text, one teaching, one techniques. And you know, during this workshop, we will share with you different techniques, but we will share with you also a program we're gonna launch to be able to be side by side with you, hand by hand, and coaching you, helping you day by day to be able to transform your well-being, transform your health. You saw that this person just not only transformed her weight, but her hair loss started to transform also. She started to have much more hair, and her whole energy just changed. Her whole body, her whole mental just changed. So really, you will have in this workshop and the programs that will follow, you will have the best of the best. So why I say that, I don't compare to other programs around the world. We are not the only one that can help you to have a better life, but we share with you something we have experienced ourselves, and something is working in India, in the Caribbean, in the US, in Europe, and in Hawaii. So don't miss this program, because you can miss much more than weight loss. You can go close and miss a better well-being. So Hema, Malia, if you have anything to say, I give you back tonight.
Thank you so much. It's been a wonderful experience to be able to just be around Gilles and Hema, just for, like I said, for these last 2 days. But the reason and the intention of doing this is literally it goes back down to my own personal reasons. My grandfather, who named me, I never met him. He died before I was born. My name was received in a dream, and I remember my brothers and sisters always talking about him and what a amazing person he was. He was only like 45 years old when he died. So for me, that was like something that I never really got to tap into. But in the last several years, I've seen some very precious friends of mine die from diabetes. And you know, when you feel helpless and you think, oh, why is this happening in the way it's happening? And we can link it to trauma, we can link it to um, uh, heredity, we can link it to all kinds of things, right? But it doesn't solve the problem of what's happening. I've been raised in a way where my parents were around naturopathic medicine, and I remember certain people being very successful, but then most of my friends not. And it came to the point where in Hawaii now, and this may happen where you come from, but in Hawaii, there's actually shopping malls that have dialysis or centers within them so that people can clean out their blood. Has become so common in Hawaii that it actually breaks my heart a little bit. And that's what I've seen in the last 3 months with two of my friends who decided that the work that I could expose them to was a little bit too hard for them, because it was easier to just go under a machine and get their blood clean. But at the end of their lives, they wish that they had had something else. And so the impetus of, Gilles, can you please come, became even more urgent, because their families suffer afterwards. One of my friends was only 56 years old, and he leaves behind children. One older just got married, literally got married a month after he died. And it was heartbreaking for me to see that he wasn't there, and the family was very, very affected by that. But not only that, but he was leaving behind his 13-year-old son who had trained to be in football, who was trained to be a great athlete. And I thought, we gotta do something. And so we have solutions for you. That's the beauty of all of this. We have solutions that actually have worked, that have actually been a part of reversing the negative information that we've been able to store, sometimes generationally, in our, and like I said, it's something that I'm concerned about as well, as it exists, that these quote unquote messages that we hold on in our DNA, in our RNA, is actually within me too. So although it's a little bit selfish, it is also about making sure that if we have a true purpose in life to bring happiness and health to others, to empower and to enlighten, should we not walk this path together? I am one who is actually likes to have my hand held and walk through the forest. And I know that many of you might enjoy that practice as well. To actually have someone there. How many of you, tell me, how many of you would like to have that person to walk with you? There are so many programs that are online these days. Oh, you can do your self-help routine. Just join this app and the app will take you through. Well, I can tell you for my own self, those don't work for me. Why? Because there's not somebody to say, you know what, I have a question about something, because this sort of works for me, but I'm not kind of getting this part. Do you need that person? I know I'm that kind of person to kind of go, hey, this is how it is. Oh, what do you need? Oh, sure. This is how it works. That's how I function. And that's how this program has been put together. This workshop that is available to all of you is going to happen on September 25th, Monday, from 6 to 9 p.m. Hawaii Standard Time. It will be recorded if it's a little bit too late for you, wherever you come from, but you will be able to learn some really great techniques and solutions to what you need to happen in your life, to start reversing the mental stuff that sometimes we hold, the negative mindsets that sometimes we hold. And on top of that, after that workshop, you'll be able to also join us for 24 days. Like I said, that's the hand holding. Come with me. Let's walk together through this and let's try to change together. Me too, not just you, me too. And so I'm going to bring my friends with me, because this is part of our serving each other. I don't want to see my friends die anymore without me impacting the information that they have to move forward so that they can be happier and healthier, that they're there for their children, they're there for their grandchildren, they're there to go to work and be happier, they're there to be able to create and to go travel and to do all the things that makes them happy. If you've ever watched anyone who has had diabetes or who have struggled with weight loss, which I'm sure many of you may have, it's painful. It's painful to watch the decline in eyesight. It's painful to watch. I just saw one of my dearest friends, her father had to get his leg severed, taken off, because there wasn't enough blood flow anymore to his leg. I don't want to see that anymore. And so I'm going to do my best. So will you join me? Will you join me in connecting with people who are important to you? They might be your own family members. They might be your best friend. They might be a colleague that is at work that can bring, that we can help to transform together. And, weight loss for me is always one of those things where, once you reach a certain age, like, nobody told me this once you reach a certain age, like, yeah, things work slower. And something, once again, I needed somebody to go, that's my daughter right now. Mom, can we go take a walk? And I have my best friend, Malia, let's go take a walk. Because we get stuck. I get stuck in front of a computer. I'm working all the time. So, you know what? We are going to have our best practices, as they call it in the academic world. Our best practices, hey, this is what will work for me this time. And it's also an accountability that you and I are going to be in this together going, hey, did you do this today? Did you do your practice today? Okay, let's go do it together. Right? Are you like that? That's how I am. So we joined forces as one, and we love you. Thank you.
Thank you, Malia. Malia was sharing a powerful story of her family and her life. And that brought me a few years ago in the Caribbean. Um, I travel many times. Every month I travel to different islands of the Caribbean to help people to transform their health. And I remember after the second trip in Dominica. Dominica is an English island on top of my island, the north of my island. My island is Martinique, and Dominica is the island in the north. And it's a very poor island where people do not have always access to all the medical care that we could have in North America, in France, and so on. And I'm doing an event with over 100 people, and there's this man in the first row, very interested by what I was saying. And I look at his foot and I see a huge bandage in a plastic bag. And at the end, I go to see the guy and I'm like, may I help you? What is your issue? And then he say, I have diabetes and I have a wound in the so I had a wound in the my leg because the blood is not flowing properly. It became a difficult thing. So it ended up by amputating 8 of his toes. We do not have 20, we have only 10. So there is only 2 toes left, and they were about to amputate his leg around the knee. So he told me he's very concerned about this news, and he's trying to find a way by any means. So this guy is very famous on radio. Everybody know his voice. So many people try to gather money, fundraise to help him to fly to different islands of the Caribbean. He went to Guadeloupe, another French island, to try to see if we could have results. No results. He flew to Martinique, no results. He flew to Barbados to have a different treatment, no results. So he was really his back on the wall. And so I told him, look, again, I don't have too much time because for those people, I don't have 24 days. So I told him, if I teach you at least 1 or 2 techniques, will you practice? He said, I really need help. I really need help. His leg was totally dark, and he was in a bad situation. So I started to practice with him at the end of the workshop. It was like an introduction or something. I practiced with him some traditional Chinese medicine techniques because I'm a traditional Chinese medicine teacher. So I teach in Toronto, in the Caribbean, and around the world. So I started to like simple techniques and body tapping, special acupuncture points. So we did that, and he was telling me, we try all kind of blood thinners to bring the blood inside of the wound so the wound can start to close. He started to have gangrene. That's why he wanted to amputate. So I say, I will do my best, but I will show you some points that help you to move the energy, and the energy move the blood. So we did that. And after about 10, 15 minutes of practice, I offer him what we call a blessing. A blessing is a way to transform the frequency inside of your body, transform the message, how the cells are vibrating inside. The cells transform health, the health of the organ, and the organ transform your general health. So we did that, and he went at home, and after about a month and a half, having no blood in the wound, because he had surgeries for those 8 toes, he went and he see blood everywhere in the bandage. He was so happy. So he started to practice and practice and practice. And 3 months after, I went back in Dominica, and I see the guy started to walk better and better and better. And I said, "You still have your leg? I'm so happy for you." He said, "Yes." They canceled the surgery. When they saw the leg is irrigating with blood and the blood can go down, they give me some more time. So what I did, I continued the practice with him. I didn't at that time have the whole program of these 24 days for him. I was at the starting of this program. And what happened is first he saved his leg, he transformed his health, and he transformed his weight, but also he transformed his diabetes. So the event is on the 25th. So what's going to happen on the 26th? On the 26th, some of you will be lucky I was in that workshop, and some of you will be on regrets. This is the way the world is working. So there is no judgment, pointing fingers, but we know it's happening like that. We call it the law of Pareto. So 80% will not do anything with this information, and 20% will do great thing with it. Manage, make sure you are in the 20%. So it's totally free to have information about this. I post on the chat a few times the link to have information, because we cannot talk to the whole world. We are not Oprah Winfrey with our own TV channel, but we are 3 people with experience and background of results. We have experience of different parts of the world: India, North America, Caribbean, and Hawaii, that we join together to make you feel better. So make sure you click on the link. You are on the 20% of the people that would benefit from this workshop. Make sure you are not coming alone. Make sure, if you want to see a better world, that you do not think only about your weight, only about your diabetes, but think about the millions of people that suffer every day because of that. Remember the story that Malia shared, where the guy lost so much weight, his diabetes transformed. And remember the story of the guy of Dominica. They amputated 8 toes and they wanted to amputate the leg. Remember the story of the lady that has cataract in both eyes. The cataract totally disappeared. And make the choice for yourself. So until now to the 25th, you will see we will promote on social medias and WhatsApp and so on, to have the maximum of people we can help, because we are not available all year long. Everybody has his own clients around the world, and we are here for you guys. So before we finish, there is just a few minutes left, I wanted you to close your eyes. Close your eyes and be in the moment. That's very important. Like I was talking before about the emotion, and we have to know, when we live in the past, we live on regrets. When we live in the future, we have worry. Do you know that those 2 emotions affect the body? They affect the digestive system. They affect the way the spleen is taking the energy from the food. Do you know how the energy is taken from the food? So I give you a little quick teaching about that. So there's a few ways to get energy inside of the body. The first way is regarding traditional Chinese medicine is called Tai Chi. The Tai Chi is the energy that made from the air. We breathe in the air transforms into energy and nourish the body. If we have some emotion like sadness, it's difficult that this energy flow inside of the body and nourish the rest of the organ. Then we eat. So we eat food, and the food can break down inside of the stomach, and the spleen grab the essence of the energy from that food, bringing around the lungs and transform this energy, mix this energy with the energy of the lungs. We call the Zhongqi, and this energy flow down to nourish the rest of the body. But how many people can say, I eat the proper way, I eat the proper diet, the proper food, and I do everything regarding my health? Not many people. Some of the time we don't have access to the food that we want, or we have access but we don't have the knowledge. This is where Hema will come and help you to have the best choice in the food that is available for you. Then, how many people breathe the proper way? You see babies, when the babies come, for example, they breathe by the tummy, okay? But how many adults breathe by the tummy? Very few. You have to go in a yoga class and then they teach you, okay, breathe by the tummy again. So because of the stress, the anxiety, we bring the energy up and then we start to breathe another way. We breathe mostly from the upper part of the lungs. You have to understand that in the lower part of the lungs, you have like receptors that bring calmness. That's why in meditation, in yoga, they use this abdominal breathing. You have to know that upper part of the lungs bring some energy like adrenaline. That's, like centuries and centuries ago at the prehistoric world, when animals were chasing you, then the body was ready to bring the adrenaline. An animal, and we just run because in a matter of a fraction of seconds, we have this adrenaline inside of the body, and we have the energy to run. However, there is no lion running after us all day long, but the human beings are still breathing like the lion is running after us. Why? Because of the stress of the society. So imagine you just running and running and running and running, and you never stop. You burn your body. And this is what also decreases your health. So now close your eyes, no more talking, and we're gonna send you good vibration through the powerful sound of my flute, but also the silent vibration from Malia and Hema. Because they are good, Hema is very good with food also, but she's also a healer, transforming the frequency inside of your body, like Malia and myself. So close your eyes, breathe in, and breathe out slowly. Put one hand on your heart chakra, one hand on the navel, and breathe in, breathe out. It will be only a few minutes. Breathe in and breathe out. Nothing exists. You are on the moment. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathing and when you feel comfortable, open your eyes, check around you, and appreciate the silent insights, the peace that is coming in just about 2 minutes. Know that the sound and vibration transform the energy, and the energy transform the matter. In the next few minutes, hours, you will start to feel, keep on feeling the benefits of what you just have received. So before we close the session, take 1 second, 1 minute to write on the chat and let us know, how do you feel about this session? How do you feel about this introduction, this program that is coming, this workshop? Do you have more hope? Do you see you can find a solution for yourself? Perhaps not for you, perhaps it's for a friend of yours. Do you see that your life can improve like the people you saw on video, like the people you heard in the stories of Malia and myself? I give you 1 minute. You can write, not write. This is your choice. But today, we give you the hands. Today, you can transform your life. Remember, you have the chat. Share it with everyone, the WhatsApp chat, because today can be the transformation of your life. Imagine if you have diabetes and suddenly your diabetes get control. Imagine your weight, because I don't tell you about all the stories, but have many stories of people couldn't lose weight and suddenly they started to lose weight like crazy. Like one of my students in Toronto, every week he was becoming thinner and thinner and thinner, and he said, I didn't even come for losing weight, but I realized that the weight I couldn't lose for years, I started to lose it using your techniques. So Jana says, thank you so much for relaxing vibes. Your love your introduction. Thank you, Jana, for your courage to talk on the chat. Thank you, Jana, to step out, because that's the first step to transform your life. So thank you, everyone. And make sure you are on the chat if you want to have information, because on the chat we will share the registration link. We will share also the Zoom link to attend on the workshop. No Zoom link, no workshop, huh? No workshop, no program, nothing changed. Okay, so I see a beautiful testimonial. I will let Malia read some of the testimonial and closing. And the word is, we are all together. If I can transform my health, you can transform your health. Together, we can transform the health of the whole world. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'll let you to Malia for reading some of the testimony.
Oh, fabulous. Thank you so much. Let me just read more. Thank you all for writing. Nikki says, thank you so much for this information. I have already invited one person. Oh, yay. And we'll invite more. I'm hopeful and grateful for that. It's been dwindling. Thank you for the beautiful blessing. It was beautiful. Wonderful introduction. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Nikki. Mercedes says, I'm excited to be in this transformation to be. Thank you too for this opportunity. Thank you, Mercedes. Annette Kiebert says, feel optimistic. Thank you, Gilles and Hema. Arlene says, thank you so much, Da-I. Jana says, love from Berlin, Germany. Welcome. Reka says, feeling hopeful. Wonderful. Thank you, Reka. Terry says, I am excited and hopeful for this transformation. Thank you for this. And Senli says, thank you, Gilles, Malia, and Hemalata. I was almost knocked out for your beautiful flute playing. Gilles was trying so hard to stay awake. Thank you, everyone, for being here. We look forward to seeing you on Monday, on the 25th, which is in a few days. And we welcome you to our session. Aloha.